Hey everyone, welcome to an album in review on Tim's Vinyl Confessions. I'm Tim Durling. Today I'm here to talk about a birthday boy, the one and only David Lee Roth, and I'm going to feature his debut solo material. The 4-track EP Crazy from the Heat came out in early 1985. I mean, there's not a lot to talk about because there's only 4 songs. Most people are familiar with California Girls. His cover of the Beach Boys classic went all the way to number 3, his most successful song as a solo artist. And also Just a Gigolo / I Ain't Got Nobody remake of a couple really old songs. Louis Prima, I think, did at least one of them. The other 2 songs are Easy Street and Coconut Grove. Now, one of those is a cover. Now, let me have a look at that. No, they both are. Easy Street was actually written by Dan Hartman. So, does anybody out there know, was this covered by Dan Hartman or Edgar Winter or anything like that? But, and then Coconut Grove, I'm going to guess was a Lovin' Spoonful song because it was written by John Sebastian and Zalyanovsky. This is not hard rock in the least. I mean, it's barely rock. The rock part of it is that it's David Lee Roth. You know, when he puts his efforts, he sings this stuff really well. You can tell he's having a lot of fun on this. And, it's not something I listen to all the time, but it's entertaining. It's entertaining. It's a short listen. And, I mean, the 2 singles he put out are great. They're classic Dave. And, they're part of his history, part of Van Halen history, because, I mean, when this first came out, it was up in the air whether he was actually leaving Van Halen or not. So, people weren't sure. But, Dave's solo career had its ups and downs, but I mean, this got it off to a good start. Now, if he did a whole album like this, I think it would have been like, what's he doing? Obviously, Eat 'Em and Smile was his first full-length solo album, and it was pretty committed to hard rock. But even that's got I'm Easy and That's Life. Dave's got that side of him. You can go all the way back to Ice Cream Man on the first Van Halen album. But anyway, I also want to talk about something that shares its name with Dave's first EP, and that is his autobiography, Crazy from the Heat, came out in 1997. Now, I've read this I don't know how many times. A lot of people say it's rambles, and Dave himself in an interview somebody said the book tends to ramble. Tends? In typical Dave fashion. There's some great stories in here. He's a great storyteller. It is all over the place timeline-wise, and Dave skips, it's very stream of consciousness, but I've found this a very enjoying read. A lot of people are ripping Dave to shreds out there on tour, but God love him, he's out there doing it. I'm not going to be one of those guys, and if he played anywhere around here, you can believe I would go to see Dave in concert. Some people might be like, but you wrote a book on Sammy Hagar. Where is it written you can't be a fan of all of it? I'm a Van Halen fan first and foremost. So anyway, today's an album review. David Lee Roth, Crazy in the Heat. If you haven't listened to it in a while, give it a go.